I, 35F, am expecting my first child with my fiance, 47M, and my ex-husband, 34M, is losing his mind over it. My ex and I married fairly young. We were each other's only partner and just simply outgrew each other. We divorced in 2016, and 1 year later I started dating my current partner. The only reason my ex and I are still in contact is because of our dog. We had 2 dogs when we were married, and during the initial separation he took one and I took the other. He couldn't take care of the dog he took and gave her to his parents without asking me about it. I would have taken her, and then regretted it and threw a fit about not being able to see the other dog. It ended up going to court as part of the divorce proceedings, and now I have to take the dog to see him 1 weekend a month. If you hadn't guessed by now, his being a man-child was part of the reason we divorced. I always wanted kids, he didn't, and he was way too immature and emotionally stunted to have kids with anyway. My current partner also always wanted kids but was widowed young and didn't date again for almost 10 years after his wife died. He'd been widowed for 15 years when we met. We started trying for a baby after getting engaged in December and ended up getting pregnant pretty much right away, and our baby is due in November. I intentionally didn't mention this to my ex. I use social media very rarely, and we have chosen not to announce on social media until after the baby is born. On Saturday we met up for the scheduled dog visit, which was the first time he'd seen me in a month. Because I'm fairly tall, it took a long time to actually look pregnant, and now I do, 25 weeks. When I saw him, he lost his mind. He went on this tirade about how this was evidence that I was cheating on him and how I never really loved him at all because I let the first person who came along knock me up. I was like, okay, wow, I am not engaging in this conversation, I'm only here to let you see the dog bye. So I left, and since then he's used various masked phone numbers and sock puppet accounts to harass and threaten me. I keep blocking them as they come up, but I am stressed and don't know what to do about it. We have generally had a cordial relationship before, but now I'm like, what the fuck? I should just say fuck this dude and fuck the stupid court-ordered dog visitation and never speak to him again, right? Edit 2. I'm talking to the lawyer about modifying the divorce decree. I know it's not going to stop anyone, but the comments about my current relationship are getting a little ridiculous, as are the ones about the dog custody agreement, or whatever you want to call it. You know literally nothing about my current relationship, and trying to make weird judgment calls about it just makes you look stupid, as does being hung up on the dog aspect of the story. Edit, because I'm too lazy to keep answering the same question. It's not altogether uncommon to have ownership/visitation of a dog included in divorce proceedings. The statute or whatever it falls under was more designed for things like beach houses or boats or whatever, but when both parties can't decide between themselves where the dog should live, or one party causes trouble about where the dog should live, the judge can make a call on what happens to keep things simple and usually civil.